Always. I'd now like to yield 2 minutes from a fellow colleague from Pennsylvania's 9th District. Gentleman that's been in business his entire life. His family's been in business their entire life. Been on the receiving end of these failed past policies when you go after small business. And so I think he is what I consider to be an expert in this area to talk to this. And he and I spent 2 years together on the Small Business Committee. My dear friend, Dan Meuser.
Well, I thank my very good friend, the gentleman, Mr. Hearn of the great state of Oklahoma, for yielding some time to me this evening. Madam Speaker, last year we collectively spent $5.6 trillion of the American taxpayer money for COVID relief and recovery and to create a vaccine, all the while enormously increasing our debt, but we were in a serious pandemic, a serious crisis. Despite the effectiveness of this relief, the improving GDP and productivity taking place in our economy, the Biden administration and the Democrat caucus passed a so-called rescue bill that was about 3 times more expensive than anyone thought needed. This and other erroneous policies set the stage for the havoc infecting our economy today. We have a serious workforce shortage, hyperinflation, high demand, and low supply. Strong consumer purchasing, but no made in the USA goods to fulfill that demand. This is the primary cause of the supply chain bottleneck at our ports. Add to it this administration's not so subtle attack on domestic energy production, and you have shortages and inflation not seen since the 1970s. Worse, it's not the high earners or the well-off who are suffering from the Biden administration's decisions. It's middle income, working families with small businesses that are feeling the brunt of these ill-conceived ideas. Small businesses, Madam Speaker, in Pennsylvania are breathless with anxiety and concern. Literally, every day I have the phone call with breathless constituents. They are rattled. Every one of them has a help wanted sign hanging on their door, often offering $20 an hour plus, while the cost of everything goes up daily. What's the Biden administration's and the progressives in this House answer? Let's spend $3.5 trillion on programs that create more demand but do nothing to increase productivity and the supply of American-made goods, and then somehow call it Building Back Better. I would think it would be called Breaking Backs Better, because that's what it's doing, Madam Speaker, breaking the backs of hardworking Americans. Madam Speaker, this defines the Biden administration and the Democratic caucus's economic strategy. Big taxes, big spending, big government. My constituents and I call it economic madness. We must defeat, not reduce, but defeat this economy-wrecking conciliation. I yield back.